Query. Atma Yoni of Brahma, Dhishana, residence. Akshara Loka, containing all planetary systems. Padmam, lotus. Vyudham, sprang up. Haritmani, like emeralds. Vrisha, most exquisite. Stanayoha, of nipples. Amushya, of the Lord. Dhayat, should meditate on. Dvayam, the pair. Vishada, white. Hara, of pearl necklaces. Mayukha, from the light. Gauram, white is. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Prabhupada. The yogi stood then meditate on his moon-like navel in the center of his abdomen. From his navel, which is the foundation of the entire universe, sprang the lotus stem containing all the different planetary systems. The lotus is the residence of Brahma, the first created being. In the same way, the yogi should concentrate his mind on the Lord's nipples, which resemble a pair of most exquisite emeralds and which appear whitish because of the rays of the milk white pearl necklaces adorning his chest. Purport by His Divine Grace Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. The yogi is advised next to meditate upon the navel of the Lord, which is the foundation of all material creation. Just as a child is connected to his mother by the umbilical cord, so the firstborn living creature Brahma, by the supreme will of the Lord, is connected to the Lord by a lotus stem. In the previous verse, it was stated that the goddess of fortune Lakshmi, who engages in massaging the legs, ankles, thighs of the Lord, is called the mother of Brahma. But actually, Brahma is born from the abdomen of the Lord, not from the abdomen of his mother. These are inconceivable conceptions of the Lord, and one should not think materially. How can the father give birth to a child? It is explained in the Brahma Samhita that each limb of the Lord has the potency of every other limb. Because everything is spiritual, his parts are not conditioned. The Lord can see with his ears. The material ear can hear but cannot see. But we understand from the Brahma Samhita that the Lord can also see with his ears and hear with his eyes. Any organ of his transcendental body can function as any other organ. His abdomen is the foundation of all the planetary systems. Brahma holds the post of the creator of all planetary systems, but his engineering energy is generated from the abdomen of the Lord. Any creative function in the universe always has a direct connecting link with the Lord. The necklace of pearls which decorates the upper portion of the Lord's body is also spiritual, and therefore the yogi is advised to gaze at the whitish luster of the pearls decorating his chest. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manabhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Bandehum Sri Guru Sriyuta Patakamaram Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shabishakhan Ch He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhu Vacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktabunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nilachala Nibasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, today is a very auspicious day. Today marks the new year of many places in many calendars. Today is called the Ugadi, the Samvatsaradi. Basically, it's a combination of two words, Yuga and Adi. Yuga means, you know, that new millennium or new age, and the Adi is the beginning. Today basically is in our scriptures, sometimes it's mentioned at the beginning of the new era. So today also marks the first day of the Chaitra month. Chaitra month, if we in all Vaishnavas, we know that this month is specifically dedicated to Lord Ram. So there is a 9 days of festivities of Lord Ram. It begins in many places, in many of the Lord Ram temples, specifically in Ayodhya. I was following up. Today marks the celebrations, and for the 9 days there will be glorification of Lord Ram, which culminates with the Chaitra Navaratri, which is basically the appearance day of Lord Ram. Like we have Navaratri once in Sarad month, now another Navaratri now starts in the month of Chaitra. This is called the Chaitra Navaratri. So everywhere, in everywhere there will be so many celebrations will be there in different modes. But what is the best celebration is to, like any day or any festivities day, to glorify the supreme personality of Lord Sri Hari by glorifying his own katha, because there is no difference between Hari Katha and Hari. So our acharyas always say that, like anything associated with Lord Hari is always transcendental, whether it is cloth, whether, as in the verse it says that, like the pearl necklaces, that is also spiritual. So now in this verse, we see that Kapila Muni is describing how to meditate on different forms of Lord. Like Kapila Muni is basically, he is explaining his mother about different aspects on how to meditate. So this is a very beautiful subject matter on how to meditate and how himself Kapila Muni is describing his mother. My knowledge on this beautiful subject matter is very limited, but with all of your blessings and Guru and Gauranga's mercy, would like to glorify this beautiful subject matter for my own purification. So here we see that says Kapila is saying that the yogi should meditate on two things. Basically, first thing is the moon-like navel, which is in the abdomen of Lord. And the second thing is he should meditate on the Lord's nipples, which resemble a pair of emeralds. This because it appears white is because of the rays of the milk white pearl necklace adorning the chest. Like when we see our Lord Shamsundar and Lord Jagannath Ji, we see that we decorate them with so many things, but here it says that basically the milk white pearls on the chest is there, and because of that, the reflection is coming, and because of the reflection, basically, it looks like an emerald. His Lord's nipples look like an emerald. So the yogi should meditate on that. And another thing is saying that the yogi should meditate on the moonlight navel. So from the 20th verse, we see that Kapila Muni started, how to meditate on different limbs, so that the yogi can fix his mind on each individual limb of the Lord. Here in this verse, Kapila is saying that we have to meditate on two things, as we discussed now, basically the abdomen and then the nipple. So in the beginning, I was reading the purport. Srila Prabhupada very beautifully, he has basically given a beautiful analogy of a mother and child to Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lord Brahma. So nicely he is saying that just a child is connected to his mother by the umbilical cord. So the firstborn living creature Brahma, by the supreme will of the Lord, is connected to the Lord by the lotus stem. So when we see that, like when a mother is having a child on her womb, so basically the mother has an umbilical cord which connects the child and the mother. So they say that it's a placenta is connected like that. Now similarly, when here Srila Prabhupada is saying that the Brahma, who basically is the firstborn from Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is also connected to Supreme Personality of Godhead similarly by a lotus stem. And what is the lotus stem? Basically, lotus stem is also not an ordinary lotus stem. This is basically all the planetary systems are there. So earlier, Kapila Muni has described that before 2 verses, I think 2-3 days before we glorified this, I think 23rd or 22nd verse, in that he is saying that how Mother Lakshmi is engaged in massaging Lord's legs, ankles, and thighs. So when he was describing all these different forms, he started with the lotus feet, then he went to the thighs, and then like that he is coming to the waist level and then to the navel part now. So one of the first, he told that since Brahma is born from Krishna, but born from Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lakshmi, they are basically husband and wife. So that way Lakshmi is mother. But here he is saying that no, actually Brahma basically he has taken born from the abdomen of the Lord, not from the abdomen of a mother. Now, from a material perspective, if we look at it, we think that how it is possible? This is inconceivable. How can Lord becoming a man, Lord can make in a man form, how can he give birth to a child? But nothing is impossible in part of Lord. Why? Because all of his limbs are not ordinary limbs. So they are all basically transcendental limbs. So here, since Kapila Muni is in glorifying Lord's waist and Lord's navel, there is a similar glorification of Lord's navel and Lord's waist by Mother Kunti. Like when Mother Kunti, in the Kunti's prayer in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful verses there. So many of the acharyas and Srila Prabhupada often quotes that. It says that Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namastaste Pankaja Graya. Mother Kunti is saying that I am offering my respectful obeisances unto you, O my Lord, whose abdomen is marked with depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, and whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. Here we see that Lord's abdomen also is glorified by Mother Kunti, and where there is a mark with a depression like a lotus flower. Here the navel is also compared with a lotus, but here says Kapila is comparing the navel with a moon-like. Now, this is a beautiful analogy we understood, and how it is inconceivable because Lord's each and every part is transcendental. So, why it is inconceivable, and what is the difference between Lord's form and an ordinary jiva's form? So, in Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma glorifies Supreme Personality Godhead by a beautiful verse. He says that in the 5th verse, it says that where he is glorifying Govinda, Govinda, you are the first primeval Lord, and I'm praying my obeisances to you. Lord Brahma says they are there. Angami yasya sakalendra vrittimanti, pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti, ananda chinmaya sadbujjala vigrahasya, Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. In the purport, Prabhupada also is saying that it is definitely inconceivable to understand Lord's form, because in Brahma Samhita also it is mentioned that Lord's form has 2 different characteristics. Here Brahma is saying that I worship Govinda, the primordial Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, and substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of their transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged function of all organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universe, both spiritual and mundane. So what is Brahma saying here? That Lord's form basically is of 3 things. That is Sat, Chit, and Ananda, and is full of dazzling splendor. Then what? That each of his organ is a full-fledged function of the all organ. It's not like our organ. So Angame Yasya Sakalendra Vrittimanti. This verse is particularly important because it describes the significance of the Satchidananda Vigraha. So Lord's body is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. There are 3 forms are there. If somebody asks what is the Lord's body made of, we can say that they're made of 3 elements. That is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. His body is not like our body. Our body, if you see, it is totally opposite. It is Achit. It is Asat. It is not Ananda. It is basically, our Acharya says that it is Nirananda, devoid of any kind of bliss. Just the opposite. So Asat means that it is not exist. Achit means that it is full of ignorance. And Nirananda means full of misery. But in contrary, it is for Lord's case, it is Sat. Sat means basically it is ever existent. Chit means full of knowledge. And Ananda means full of bliss. So that way it is different. So these are the 3 qualifications of our body. So our body and with ourselves, like our present body and we are different. Like body and soul, they're different. It's like once the soul is out from the body, it is different. Like our hand, it can function only the hand function. Our eyes, we can only see. Our ear, we can only hear. But in Lord's case, it is totally different. In Lord's case, Lord and Lord's body, both are actually absolute. They're 100%. So whatever is Lord's body is also same. Lord's hand also is same. Lord's feet also is same. Lord's eyes are also same. So the description is given here. Angani Yasha Sakalendra Vrittimanti. So love in sometimes, like there are another philosophy that he is impersonal form of Lord. But our Acharya says the Lord is not impersonal. He has got his form. And first shadow form, his form is again Satchitananda. His form is not like us. It is foolish to think that yes, our form and Lord's form is basically same. No, it is totally different. So he's Satchitananda Vigraha and we are not. We are basically in a material form with Asat, Achit and Nirananda form, the totally different form. So in his form, his different parts of the body are described in the different, like it has been described in a different forms. It is also described. So our in the Vedas it says that sometimes like Lord doesn't have any hands and legs, but still he accepts whatever we offer. In Bhagavad Gita also it says that patram puspam phalam toyam jome bhaktya prayaschari tadaham bhaktya uparatam. So why? Because whenever a devotee offers anything to the Lord accepts it. It's not like that Lord doesn't have anything. Lord is basically he is basically Bhoktaram Jagatapasam. He owns everything. But whatever we offer with love, basically he offers. So here another thing about the transcendental form of the Lord, Prabhupada is saying that each organ can do the function of the entire organ. Each organ basically is 100% the Lord himself. So there is similar note, Sant Tulsidas, he is also saying in Ramcharitmanas in the Balakanda, while he's glorifying Lord Ram, he is saying that Binupada Chalai Sunai Binukana, Karabinu Karama, Karai Bidhinana, Anana Rahita Sakala Rasabhogi, Binubani, Bhakata Bada Yogi. So now this is the Ram Navami time when we'll be glorifying Lord Ram in very few days, and Lord Ram's appearance day also will come. So we'll just wanted to say one small pastime of Jagannath Ji and Lord Ram and Tulsidas Ji. So basically when Tulsidas Ji once he came to visit Lord Ram in Jagannath Puri, so somehow he has got the information that his Aradhya Lord Ram is residing in Jagannath Puri. So he came to see, and when he is coming to Jagannath Puri, what he sees the form, he sees Lord Jagannath Ji over there, and somehow by looking at Lord Jagannath Ji, he is not feeling happy over there. He is thinking, what kind of form is this? My Lord Ram is having hands, bows, and he's having arrows, and he has feet, and I'm seeing a form, and so many bhoga offering is coming to him, and but he doesn't have any hand and feet, and what kind of form of his Lord is there? And I came here, and basically I'm wasting my time here. So after that, what happened that Tulsidas became a little bit sad and unhappy, and he went and he was sitting down near the Atharnala bridge over there. So when he was sitting in the Atharnala bridge over there, and he was contemplating on his visit to Jagannath Puri, that time basically a small boy approaches him and he tells him, Tulsi, why are you sitting here? And I have got the prasad of Mahaprasad. Like you all know that Lord Jagannath is Anna Brahma. There is so many rice varieties are offered to Lord Jagannath Ji. So he is basically a small boy has got a small plate of rice has got, and he has given to Tulsidas Ji. Tulsidas Ji, please take it. So then, but Tulsidas refuses to accept that prasadam, and he says that no, cannot be my Lord. I don't eat anything without offering to my Lord Ram, and I cannot accept this because it is coming from some other place, and he is not my Lord Ram. Then this little boy tries to explain Tulsidas Ji that Tulsidas Ji, what are you saying? You only yourself told that the Lord, you only yourself told in this Ramcharitmanas, you only glorified me that the Supreme Personality of Godhead walks without feet, and he hears without ears, and performs actions of various kinds even without hand. He enjoys all tastes without a mouth, and he is a most clever speaker, even though devoid of speech. And now you have a doubt. One way you are glorifying that me that without feet I can walk, and without ear also I can hear, and without hands also I can perform various tasks, and I can eat without a mouth. And now you are saying when you have come to Jagannath Puri, and what kind of doubt is coming to your mind? Okay, that's fine. You come tomorrow morning and you can take darshan, and all your doubt will get clarified. So that basically, that particular speech of the little boy basically put some kind of knock on Tulsidas' head, and basically he gets up from there. And the next morning he runs to the Puri temple. When he runs to the Puri temple, he sees that the Jagannath Ji is giving darshan in the form of Lord Ram. That basically is Ram Navami, and Lord Jagannath and Baldev is giving darshan as the Ram Lakshman. So that after that time, Lord Tulsidas could understand that whatever he has described about Lord that Binu Pada Chaloi Sunai Binu Kana, Karabinu Karama, Karoi Bidhinana, that Lord without feet, he can walk, and without his hands, he can do various actions, and without ears, he can hear from the miles or miles. Even if he's not there, he can do so many actions because Lord can do anything. He got 100% clarity of what he was preaching earlier. So God, or Supreme Person Lord, basically, he assesses our love. Now, the Lord is, like we cannot see, he's far, far away, but he's still within us. Therefore, his hand is not like our hand. So in the Vedas also, it is also glorified like that. His hands sometimes are they are so large that from miles and miles away, it can also accept our offering also. So that is basically this is basically the beauty of the Lord's transcendental form. So any part of the creation, like you see here that there in the lotus stem basically it holds the seven the seven all the planetary system basically 14 planetary system basically it goes. So the Lord's hands are so large basically he can extend his hand to any part of the creation. So his hands basically is not like our hands. So we cannot in a mundane mind or a material mind, if we can think that yes, we have this hand and I can stretch only this much, like one hand or two hand to face something. But the Lord, he is staying in the Golok Vrindavan. He can stretch his hand to Sutara, Bhutara, or all this material planet to get anything from us if he desires. So we all see in our temple the beautiful form of Lord Jagannath. If we see here, Lord Jagannath is having a sunken kind of hands. So there was a devotee of in the name from a lower caste in Jagannath Puri. His name was Dasya Bauri. So once what happened, it happened that the Dasya Bauri basically he was from a lower caste, so he was not allowed entry into the Jagannath Puri temple. So once Dasya, like he had a beautiful coconut orchard in his house, and he has nice coconuts basically he was growing in his garden. So the coconut season was there. So many coconuts fell. So Dasya collected one coconut. He scraped the skin out, and he decided to. Rathatra time was there, and he decided that yes, I will go and I will offer this coconut to Lord Jagannath Ji. So before Rathatra, like there are so many festivities are there. So he thought of attending those festivities. Then the village Panda was also going, village Pujari was also going, head Pujari was also from the temple was going to Jagannath Puri to witness the Yatra. So Pawari decided that yes, I have so many household work also there, and Yatra also so many expenses I will incur. So let me do one thing. Let me give this coconut to this Pujari of our village, and he can go and give this to Jagannath Ji. So Bauri went to the Pujari house and he told that, can you take my coconut and offer this to Lord Jagannath? So the village Pujari little bit mocked Bauri that, yes, I know that you are untouchable and you cannot enter into the Puri temple. So yes, I will go and give. But do you think he challenged, do you think your Lord will accept this coconut since you are from the lower caste? He told, yes, Bauri told, yes, my Lord will accept. You do one thing, you don't have to go inside the temple also. Next to the Aurorasnama pillar, now outside there is a pillar, you all might have noticed, whoever have visited Jagannath Puri, the outside there is a sun pillar is there. The sun rays first actually fall in that pillar. That's why its name is the Arunasnamba. So they are basically, you can stand and you can offer the coconut to Lord Jagannath Ji. And you can tell over there that, from this particular village, from the outskirts of Puri, Bauri has sent this coconut for you. Oh Lord Jagannath, please come and accept. I'm sure he will accept. Then the Pujari came to Jagannath Puri for the festival. And before festival, he realized that, yes, Bauri has given me this coconut. So he stand next to the that Arun pillar, and in a mocking way, he started telling, "Oh Jagannath Ji, here I have your Bhakta Vatsal. This Bauri from my village has sent this coconut to you. So please come and accept." Like that, he has told. And to surprise of everybody, all of the people who were assembled there, they witnessed a big hand from somewhere came from the Sudarshan, from the top chakra. Nira chakra is there inside on the Jagannath temple, right in the top. So magnificent two hands arose from that and came, and it just took the coconut from the pujari. And after few days, after few hours, everybody saw that the coconut, whatever was of the pujari has offered, basically it was broken and it was falling next to the altar of Jagannath Ji inside the temple. So from here, we can understand that Lord, he goes out of the way to accept any offering. And we might think that, he is not listening to us. He's always there with us. He is there with us as the Archavigra inside the temple, and the same Lord also is sitting within us as Param Brahma. He is everywhere in each and every object. He's everywhere, and he's constantly watching us. His hands are so large that he can extend anywhere. He can do anything. So that is the significance of his body. So this is described here that Angani yes sakalendriya vrittimanti pasyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti. Like here, Prabhupada is describing that Lord's forms as two forms. That one of his part basically he does the other part of the body. Like Lord's another significance of Lord's body is he has like his body he has like hands and legs. We have hands and legs. We say that right. So his hand also can perform the part of his hand also has the potency of the functioning other parts of the body. Like in our eyes, you can simply see, but the Lord, he can not only see by his eyes or his transcendental eyes, but he can also hear to us. He can also accept the prasadam from us. So all the functions basically, one part of the whatever the one part can do, the other part also can do the similar function. Because each and every part, basically, it is transcendental. It has the potency of doing the entire body parts. Not just like, by simply by glancing that we are seeing it, but Lord's glance is different. So what is basically Lord's glance? By simply saying, you see that in the beginning, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that simply by glancing on the material nature, what happens? The Lord basically impregnates the entire material nature. Like we all, whatever the forms we see, basically Lord has basically impregnated by the by looking by simply by the glances only. So you say that Maya Adakshana Prakriti, Suvedasa Characharam. Simply by his glance, he impregnates the material energy. So functioning it is going on like that. So all the potencies are filled in the glances. So there was a nice interaction with a British collector. His name was Armstrong in Jagannath Puri. So in Jagannath Puri, you all know that his favorite food is khaja. So a lot of khajas offered every day to Jagannathji. So when the British was ruling, the Armstrong has a doubt. Does Lord Jagannath really take so much bhogas? The Pandas are taking so many bhogas to Jagannathji. They wanted to put a control on that. So, but the Pujari is told that no, Jagannathji honors bhoga. So one day, what he did that he sent around 1,008 khajas. He counted and he sent. Then while returning after the bhoga is offered and came as Mahaprasad back to distribution, he again counted. That is 1,008 is again there. So he has a doubt that no, the pujaris are just like that saying, but with his eyes only, how can the person can glance and he can honor the bhoga? So he had a doubt. The next day, the pujari told, okay, let's do one thing. Let's weight it. The other day, the Armstrong what he did, he had got a machine to weigh, that to weight machine, and he weighed it. So he weighed that around 24 kgs of bhoga is going inside. When the bhoga is offered and he had offered to Bimalaji and became Mahaprasad, finally it came back. He saw that yes, again he weighted the bhoga. The bhoga becomes around 22 kg. The 2 kg was less. That time, the Britishers, they realized that they know there is something is there in this temple. And here the Lord definitely he is honoring bhoga. After that, they never interfered in the Puri temple management or Puri temple, whatever the bhoga is offered to Lord or anything, they never interfered. So here we can understand from here the two things we can understand: the Lord's body, Lord's form, and Lord's each and every organ is transcendental. It's Sachidananda. Each organ has the potency of doing other parts function. In fact, the entire function it can do it. So that is the difference between Lord's body and our body. So with the description here, Kapila Muni is saying that the sadhaka should meditate on different forms of the Lord. He should focus his mind on different forms of the Lord. He should do the dhyana on different forms. And here he says that basically the two things to focus on. The one is he should focus on the navel portion of the Lord, and the another is the nipple portion of the Lord, which is basically gaze at the whitish luster of the pearls decorating on his chest. So with this, would like to end today's discussion and glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam and the beautiful verse. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Mother. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Shingo Shingo Jai Shingo Prabhade Jaya Padmam Prabham Padmam
Padma Brain,
Shandana Mahavisham Jagantam Sarvatam Kam Narsingam Nityanam Bhadra Nityam Nityam
हम
Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai
Jai.
Prabhupada ki Jai
Jai.
our brothers and to all the Samad Vaishnavas Vancha
वंशा
Vanchakalpataruvyasya
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च
kripa
कृपा
sindhuvaya
Sanam
नाम
Pavane
पावनेभ्यो
Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Vaishnavinda ki Jai
जय
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Srila Prabhupada
Jai.
ki Jai
जय
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you everybody. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.